Hi people, Moreno Ravenberg here again. In this video, as the header states, I'm going to discuss what the spiritual significance or occult significance is of spider webs or spider webs. Specifically feeling spider webs on any part of your body or your face in particular, as well as why, generally speaking, spiritual hauntings and spirits seem to be more active at night, so nocturnal. This video is going to be really short, and I'm not going to write an article on the topic that I'm discussing here because it's impractical to do so. I really do not have a lot to say. So yeah, let's start off with the latter first. It is noticeable that, generally speaking, spirits, especially malevolent entities or entities that have bad intentions, they are more common at night. Hence, most hauntings, for example, people experiencing spiritual phenomena in the form of a haunting, whether it be in a confined space, for example, a house or something, or a building, or just straight up outdoors, that generally speaking, these hauntings take place at night as opposed during the day. The reason for that, seemingly, spirits are nocturnal. That's the way it comes out. But the reason for all of that is simply due to the fact that when you compare daytime and nighttime is significantly more favorable. Daytime in this occult context, is ruled by the sun, and nighttime at firstly by the moon. And this is basic knowledge. The majority of people that have an interest in the occult, as well as occultists overall, know that between the two planets, the moon is significantly more favorable for occult activities or all things of a clandestine or astral or clairvoyant or spiritual nature. And that is the answer to that question. Spirits are more active, generally speaking, at night because nighttime favors them and darkness favors them too. The doing things in daylight is also impractical, and so to speak. That's also why people that commit clandestine deeds, it doesn't have to be something negative necessarily, they do it at night because it is easier to conceal what it is that you're doing at night as opposed to during the day, when every step you take and every move you make is clearly visible to the rest of the world in general. So it's the same thing for spirits, okay? Spirits are just primarily it is because the moon rules over the night, and in that occult context, in an astral context, since the moon is literally the ruler of the astral plane, specifically within the Kabbalah, since the moon specifically deals with things of a spiritual nature, so the spiritual realm as a whole, in a loose context, since that is the case, then yeah, spirits also, generally speaking, find it easier to come out, if you will, quote unquote, come out, as well as go about their dealings, whatever those dealings may be, at nighttime as opposed to the daytime. And I already explained what darkness is all about. Spirits, for example, being, generally speaking, confined to dark places or places where there is rarely any sunlight or any light whatsoever, whether it be artificial or natural lighting. And that's also common. In general, people also, regardless of the day or nighttime, whether it's daytime or nighttime, spirits are also, generally speaking, encountered in places that are either dimly lit or that are dark and so on. It's the same thing as nighttime, pretty much. And I already explained that it's easier to do something at night and to have it concealed or to remain unseen or wanting to remain unseen than the opposite, doing it during the day. That is my answer to the latter question. And the former question now. Some people might have experienced this, is that you're feeling spider webs in your face at random intervals or at random moments, regardless of where you are. For example, you're walking on the street or you're walking any place that is, relatively speaking, open, just to say within your direct vicinity, and you feel spider webs in your face, specifically, boom, like this. That has an occult significance. It simply means that there is some energy there whether it's a spirit or whatever. Bottom line is that there's some energy there that has come into contact with you. And if you feel spider webs in your face, and that generally speaking means that it simply bounced off of you. Okay, I've had it, for example, when I visited locations that are haunted. It's happened to me on more than a few occasions, and even my own location, for example, my own house. When I enter my own house, I feel, not always, but I feel energies. I feel spider webs sometimes, and that's simply miscellaneous energy coming into contact with my own, and it bounces off me because my own energy, me as an occultist doing what I do and being who I am, it automatically just bounces off me. It repels the opposing energy, or it just pushes it away outright. It's like since I have an astral shield around me, my own occult work being the shield, then the energy automatically can't harm me, and it just backs off. That's what that's loosely explained what it means when you feel spider webs in your face. If you feel spider webs and something bad still happens to you, you start feeling sick, nauseous, whatever, then yeah, you don't have any kind of protection whatsoever. But usually, generally speaking, you only feel spider webs when you yourself are protected, whether it's some kind of magical ward or charm that you have or whatever. But bottom line is that you're protected astrally, and the energy that comes into contact with you, for example, malevolent energy, you're in a haunted location and a spirit wants to hurt you, an evil entity wants to hurt you, you'll feel spider webs. That is literally just him trying to knock you out, if you will. That's like, you know, the spirit going like this, and when he tries to hit you, it automatically bounces off you, as in bam. That's what it means. So that's the occult significance of spider webs explained, more or less. I'll hear it if there are any other questions, and as always, thanks for watching. Bye.